Yeah, this great French horror movie, Eyes Without a Face. Very creepy movie, very atmospheric, very sad. The lead actress, you never see her face. I don't believe you ever see her face, but just through her eyes and her voice, she conveys such amazing emotion throughout the movie, even though she's got this white mask on. And I mean, there's a scene where she's crying and tears are coming through the mask, and it actually makes me choke up watching it. It's so sad. Great movie, gruesome and surreal and freakishly weird, but very sad and very moving. And Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I rented this. I think when we first got Netflix, this is one of the first movies that I... Oh no, actually, I take it back. I saw this on cable one night, and I thought it was just insane. I had heard of Hunter Thompson. I wasn't familiar with his writing. But I was a Johnny Depp fan. I was a Benicio del Toro fan. I was a Terry Gilliam fan, still am. And just decided, what the heck, why not buy it? I saw enough of it that I figured I would like it, and I ended up loving it. It's crazy. Really crazy movie. Gimme Shelter, which I don't know if you can see or not, the cover of which got a little ripped when I took the security tag off. But I bought this mostly because I'm a big Stones fan, but I think it's a very important movie. Pretty much is what its reputation would suggest. It basically is the end of the... whatever you want to call it, the peace and love generation. You know, I love Woodstock. I think it's an awesome movie, great concert footage, great documentary. But this is just like the polar opposite. It's a dark, ugly, nasty, frightening movie. But it's great, and even if you just watch it for the Stones concert footage, it's fantastic. This is the first Criterion I ever bought. It's another movie I saw in film school that I absolutely fell in love with. Grand Illusion. It's a beautiful movie. Seen it a couple of times. There's really not a whole lot to say about it. It's probably in my top 10 movies ever made. Criterion never puts this out on Blu Ray. I'm probably going to have to pick it up. Hoxton, Witchcraft Through the Ages. Read about this in one of my horror movie books. I had never heard of it, but just the stills in the book were just so striking. You know, I just decided it was something I had to see. So I bought this. I'd never seen it. I just bought it, and very good decision. It's a terrific. Not really a horror movie. It's more of a satire, in my opinion. It's got a really sharp sense of humor. It's very good though, very atmospheric, very weird, and some really cool effects, really effective makeup and miniature effects that are still effective by today's standards. And next we go to another Blu-ray. Island of Lost Souls. Speaking of great makeup effects, this movie has incredible makeup effects. I only saw this one time when I was a kid, again on TV, you know, on a Saturday afternoon at some point when I was 8 or 9, I think I saw it. And like every other kid my age, I was big into Universal horror movies. You know, Laurel and Hardy, the Marx Brothers, the Three Stooges, the Keystone Cops, Ma and Pa Kettle, the Blondie movies. You know, that's what was on TV. That was what was on, you know, Saturday mornings, Saturday afternoons. You know, so when it was raining or something, or it was too cold or too hot to go out and play, you'd stay and you watch old horror movies, and this is one of them, and I loved it. Great. Charles Laughton is a maniac in this movie. And we'll be getting back to Charles Laughton again in just a second. I just found out that Criterion had put this out, Kicking and Screaming. I love this movie. I don't know if I would say that this is a phenomenal piece of filmmaking or not, but this is me and my friends after college, when most of us had no idea what the hell we were going to do with the rest of our lives. This just captures slackers and Generation X, I think, absolutely perfectly. How easy it is to get comfortable in that directionless lifestyle. And really like this movie. Like this movie a lot. And I haven't seen any of Noah Baumbach's other films, although I've seen a couple of the movies that he wrote with Wes Anderson, which I'm going to have to watch again, because so far I've, with the exception of Rushmore, I've hated everything I've seen by Wes Anderson. So I think I'm going to have to check it out, because I must be missing something. I'm convinced that I'm missing something. And most people, I'm sure, are convinced that they missed something the first time that they watched Naked Lunch. I had no idea what the hell this movie was about first time I watched it, and yet I loved it. I went to see this because David Cronenberg made it. That's basically it. That's more or less why I went to see it. I had never heard of William Burroughs. Well, I'd heard the name William Burroughs, but I wasn't familiar with his writing. So when I found out Criterion was putting this out, I was like, oh yeah, pick this one up. Beautifully shot movie. For as ugly and grotesque and disturbing as this movie is, it's gorgeous to look at. And it's another movie. It kind of defies categorization. It's definitely somewhat a horror movie, but it's also a comedy. It's also a drama. It's also a mystery. It's just a unique movie. This is one of those movies, believe it or not, I can just stick in and watch whenever. Just great midnight movie. And before I mentioned Charles Laughton before, Night of the Hunter. This is another pleasant surprise. This is another movie I only saw once on TV years ago. Thought it was great. Thought it was very scary. And I found out Criterion was putting this out. I just went out and grabbed the Blu Ray, again at the 50% off sale at Barnes & Noble. I should mention, I usually try, lately anyway, I've been buying my Criterions directly from the Criterion website, basically to build up points so I can get the $50 gift certificate, which is stupid, because I can probably get them cheaper and save that $50 if I buy them on Amazon or wait for sales here and there, but I don't know. I feel like I'm supporting Criterion by buying directly from them. But yeah, Robert Mitchum is amazing in this movie. Shelley Winters, once again, playing a put-upon single mom who is victimized by some guy who comes into her life. But this is a great movie. I wish Charles Laughton had directed more. This is so gothic and so it's like an epic, just the way the scenes where the kids are going down the river and the animals are like watching them. It's so atmospheric and so powerful. And man, Lillian Gish, I mean, she was hot in the 20s, and in this movie, however many years later, 30 something years later, she still looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.